Hello, this is Jennifer Larson. I will be presenting today my final project for my Python course in fall of 2023. I chose a Morse code translator, which will take in Morse code and return the text equivalent. I have a very extensive military history in my family, not myself personally, but in my family, so I thought this would be an interesting project to take on and would be a lot of fun. Here I will go through the code. Here is our dictionary that lists out each of the letters and their Morse code equivalent for the translation. We have exception handling and error handling, which tells us to return an error message if the Morse code is blank. And also we have if the characters entered are not in Morse code, but that is down a little bit later. Here's the Morse code translator function and the tkinter that sets up how we have it showing. Here's where I've changed the font size and the font so that it would be easier to read. This is the function for setting up our connection to our database and creating a table to store our translations and committing it to the tables. On close, we have our function to close our connection so that we are not using extra space or anything in our programs. Here is where we validate the Morse code and tells us only dots, dashes, and spaces are allowed and that Morse code cannot be empty. Here's where we translate our Morse code. Here is decoding and how we would like it split. And here's where we save to the database. And our main portion of the code where we call our functions so that they will run. Here's what we currently have that I've previously translated in the database. We'll go ahead and close that so that we can review it again and verify that there will be an 8th item after we have used it again. Now we will go ahead and run our program. Sorry, this is our tests. So we have run our tests, importing unit tests. We have 6 tests that are entered in the tests, and as you can see down here, they have all run and they have all passed. Now we will go run our code. We'll scroll back to the top so I can see the dictionary because I do not have Morse code memorized. You can see that we have letters and numbers as options. So we will go ahead and enter. We'll just do Jenny 22. And then when we click translate, we can see that I have mistaken my J for a W, which I have done previously, because there should be 3 dashes, not just 2. So we will translate that again. There we go. Also, here is the error showing if we enter a blank Morse code, showing Morse code cannot be empty. And if we enter an invalid option, such as lowercase characters, because I did not code those, we could easily add those in here if we would like to. But that would work the opposite way, so I did not have anything that will translate text into Morse code yet. That may happen in another step later. So when we try to enter in text instead of Morse code, it will tell us invalid characters in Morse code, only dots, dashes, and spaces are allowed. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the presentation.